Winter's final stand, embracing the last moments of the season. Join me as I try to make the most of winter's last hurrah before spring rolls in. Can I squeeze in one final snowball fight? Winter, the season of cozy sweaters and hot chocolate, is making its final stand before spring arrives, and I'm excited to dive into what that means for us. Unpredictability is the name of the game when it comes to weather patterns, and winter is no exception. We can expect the unexpected, and that's what makes it so fascinating. I mean, who doesn't love a good surprise, right? But in all seriousness, these unpredictable weather patterns can really throw us for a loop. One day it's 60 degrees and sunny, the next it's snowing buckets. That unpredictability can also lead to some pretty wild mood swings in terms of the weather. I've seen it snow in April and be 80 degrees in February. It's like Mother Nature is playing a game of weather whiplash with us. And that's not even getting into the whole concept of climate change and how that's impacting our weather patterns. It's enough to make your head spin, to be honest. But despite all the unpredictability, there are some signs we can look out for to indicate that winter is making its final stand. From unusual weather forecasts to historical patterns, there are clues out there that can help us prepare for what's to come. And that's what we're going to explore today. So what are some of the signs that winter is going out with a bang? For starters, let's take a look at some of the historical data. I was digging through some old records and I found some really interesting patterns. For example, did you know that some of the biggest snowstorms on record have happened in the spring? It's true. There was this one storm back in the 70s that dumped like 3 feet of snow in just a few hours. Winter's final fling can also manifest in some pretty unusual ways. I've heard of places getting hit with late-season tornadoes, or even strange weather phenomena like thundersnow. It's like Mother Nature is trying to go out with a bang, or at least make things interesting for us. And let's be real, who doesn't love a good weather drama? But what does this mean for nature and people? Well, on the one hand, it can be really challenging for farmers and gardeners who are trying to get a head start on the growing season. I mean, who wants to plant their crops only to have them frozen out by a late-season cold snap? On the other hand, it can also be a time of great renewal and rebirth as the earth prepares for the new life that spring will bring. One of the most surprising things I learned while researching this topic was just how much of an impact winter's final fling can have on the environment. I was reading about this one study that showed how late-season snowstorms can actually help to replenish water sources and prevent droughts later in the year. It's like winter is giving the earth one final drink before handing the reins over to spring. And then there was this one event that really caught my attention, the Great Blizzard of '93. It was this massive storm that hit the eastern seaboard, causing widespread damage and disruption. I was talking to someone who lived through it, and they told me about how it was like the storm of the century. It's crazy to think about how much of an impact that one event had on so many people's lives. Winter's final stand is a reminder that nature is always full of surprises, and that's what makes it so beautiful. Whether you love the cold and snow or are counting down the days until spring, there's no denying the magic of this time of year. And who knows, maybe we'll even get one final snowball fight in before it's all said and done. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the wild world of winter's final fling. If you've got any crazy winter weather stories, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more fun and informative content like this. Thanks for watching.